Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome back to Let's Play Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus for Sony PlayStation 2. We're finding Clockwerk now. Carmelita Fox shoots a body part, we shoot at it, as soon as it glows white. We go for the head first, then we go for the talons, and now we need to go for the tail. I thought I could avoid all that. And now we just need to go for one of the wings. Clockwerk will say stuff throughout the battle. It can get pretty annoying, especially after you hear it so many times.
Nice shooting, Sly! You got him! Wow, that's one tough owl.
I don't get it. You're so familiar with my family. You must have known my father had a son. If you hated the Coopers so much, why did you let me live when you stole the Thievius Raccoonus?
Because I wanted to show the world that without your precious book, the Cooper line was nothing.
Well, there's where you're wrong. The Thievius Raccoonus doesn't create great thieves. It takes great thieves to create the Thievius Raccoonus.
Enough, Sly Cooper. It ends here. I will finish you like I finished your father. And the Cooper line will be erased and the only master thief will be Clockwerk.
And now,
You're the weakest Cooper I've yet
we will have to fly through these rings, and we do have to be careful because getting hit by these rings, not good. And of course, Carmelita will shoot certain parts of Clockwerk down,
You cannot escape me.
and we will have to aim the rocket at them and shoot them down. Those three things up there above Clockwerk's head and at the top of the wings there, those are the things that shoot the rings, and wow, I thought I was going to get hit there. Thankfully, I got a little bit of practice in before I did this. Definitely don't want to touch the rings as you get through this either. That'd be bad.
Now's your only chance, Sly! You've got to get to his head and destroy it before his auto-reconstruct circuitry kicks in!
And that's what we are going to do. Of course, as soon as we approach, these lasers will kick in. And we also have to avoid these little lightning bolt things that he shoots out. Thankfully, I still have my one charm. How am I avoiding any of this? How did I think I was not going to touch that?
I will live.
And from here, we just need to... Wow. Well, not the way I wanted to do that, but that's how I did it. Once you get over here to his body, you just whack the head and it's over.
It took some tricky maneuvering, but I managed to snatch that last piece of the Thievius Raccoonus from Clockwerk's claw. I had taken down each member of the Fiendish Five: Raleigh, Mugshot, Ms. Ruby, the Panda King, and finally Clockwerk. I'd beaten them all one by one and reclaimed my birthright. Of course, there was no way I could have gotten here without the help of my pals. I know this hasn't been easy for them, yet they stuck with me through it all. Murray, boy, it took a lot of guts for him to get out in the field with me. I know he was scared, but he's got more heart than anyone I've ever known. And thank goodness for Bentley. Without his expertise, I'd have never found my way off that rooftop in Paris. A guy couldn't ask for a better gang of friends. Who could ever forget the lovely Carmelita? Looks like we're not going to be friends anymore. Now that Clockwerk's death ray is out of commission, we're back to playing cops and robbers. I thought for sure she was going to slap the handcuffs on me right then and there. But instead, she was true to her word and gave me that 10-second head start. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I felt bad leaving her stranded on that giant rock, but I knew it wouldn't be long before we'd see each other again.
And with that, that leaves us with the credits, which I cannot skip, so we're going to have to sit through them. I will mention my thoughts on the game so far. Graphics are not bad. Matter of fact, they're a little darker than what I usually capture in all of my other Let's Plays. I want to think that the Elgato Game Capture HD that I'm using to record all this probably has something to do with it, but maybe not. Either way, the graphics are a little dark, but at least you can tell what stuff is. I find it weird that there is another render of Sly, if you will, for cutscenes. Like, there's one thing. Basically, Sly looks a certain way during gameplay, but during the cutscenes involving the Binacucom or Carmelita, he has a completely different look to him. They have another character model for him. That's the term I was trying to think of. And it looks kind of weird, and it takes you out of it a little bit. I can understand them using it for the Binacucom parts, but for the things with Carmelita, it's a weird bait and switch. And that set us up for a sequel, which did come out, thankfully.
I hate to tell you this, Sly, but the Thievius Raccoonus isn't fully restored. You're gonna have to go back and unlock all the vaults to find the pages you're missing. There is some good news, though. A friend of mine in Japan just sent me this really cool movie. And guess what? It's all about us.
いやー危なかった。ま、カルマリータちゃんには悪いけど、今回も俺様たちの勝ちだ。このデータファイルがあれば父ちゃんの敵が撃てる。あれはまだ俺が子供の頃だ。よく父ちゃんの膝の上で遊んでたっけ。俺様の一族は代々伝わる義族の家系。そして受け継がれた技をまとめたのがこのラクーナの現象だ。その洗練を極めた忍びの技だが、そこには必ず守らなければいけない厳しい掟があった。義族たる者、名誉にかけて狙うは悪党のみ、善人からは奪わない。ところが俺様が秘伝書を受け継ぐことになった夜、突然5人のギャングがやってきた。奴らは俺を守ろうとした父ちゃんを、そしてとうとう見つけ出してしまったんだ。大切なラクーナの秘伝書を。奴らは俺様の全てを奪いやがった。きっと中に書かれた技を使って悪いことをしでかすに違いねえ。そして俺様は一人ぼっち町の孤児院に入った。だがここで素晴らしい仲間に出会ったんだ。天才発明家、頼れる相棒ベントレー、そしてマーレ。食いしん坊でちょっとドジだがまあ憎めない弟分さ。仲間と一緒に俺様は父ちゃんの敵を討ち、そして秘伝書を取り返す。クーパーの名前に恥じない義族になれるか、それとも失敗してご先祖の顔に泥を塗るのか。さあ俺様たちの運命はどっちだ。
Well, that was interesting. If only all the cutscenes were done in that style, and you had a choice between what we had in the game and all the cutscenes being done in an anime style. So back to the graphics. They're alright, they're a little darker than what I'm used to showing in the Let's Plays, but you can still tell what everything is. I still find it weird that they have 2 character models for Sly, 1 for the gameplay and 2 for the cutscenes. Again, I can understand it for the Binocucom, but for the cutscenes with Carmelita, it's kind of able to take whoever is playing it out of it a little bit. Thankfully, that was fixed in the sequel, so during cutscenes in the sequels, the same character model used in the gameplay is also used in the cutscenes. But that's not until Sly 2. Sound and music is alright. It's not what you would expect from the sequels. Again, here I am talking about the sequels and how they make everything better. The music here sounds very Crash Bandicoot-esque. And as much as this game is about being a thief and using stealth as much as you can to get through the levels, I guess, in a Crash Bandicoot style platformer, the music sounds like it fits more in a Crash game. It's not bad. I don't hate it. But as far as the music goes, again, stuff got better in the sequels. Gameplay I did not have a problem with. Every time I died, it definitely felt like it was my fault. The only thing I could probably mildly complain about is that you'd be surprised what Sly can grab onto and what the game can treat as a ledge. But that's the thing that you can quickly get used to. And as for the replay value, I guess you could probably play this again every once in a while. There is the post-game content, more or less, if you want to treat it as such, with the Master Thief sprints. And of course, trying to get all of the vaults and everything, and all the clue bottles, to open said vaults. But once you beat this game 100%, you probably won't have much of a reason to pick it up again. And we still have one more thing to do before I call it a video here. Because it's only been 13 minutes. No, I do not want to press start. I want to go back to... Not there. Not there. No. No. Yes. We're going to go back to Duel by the Dragon. As it was mentioned earlier in the Let's Play, the notes from the clue bottles were in a strange owl dialect we couldn't.
Freeze, raccoon!
How can I freeze when my heart warms at the very sight of you?
Shut up, ringtail. I don't know what you're doing here in China, but I'm sure it can't be good for whoever owns this place.
You must only have eyes for me if you're too blind to see what's going on around here.
All I see is a pathetic thief who's escaped justice for far too long.
I'm proud to be a thief, especially when I'm stealing from a vicious extortionist like the Panda King. Open your eyes, detective. These quaint temples are a front for an illegal explosives factory.
Don't try to confuse the issue. You criminals are all the same, and none of you can escape justice.
I couldn't skip that, and I didn't think it would play again. But you can see what I was talking about with the character models for Sly switching all of a sudden. I am glad that was fixed in Sly 2. So anyway, it was mentioned earlier. I forgot there was a platform there. It was not like you can reach it or anything. As I mentioned earlier, we need to go back here because it was mentioned earlier in the Let's Play that the notes from the clue bottles were in a strange owl dialect that Bentley couldn't read. And we'd have to defeat the owl who wrote the notes in order to read them. of course, the owl in question was Clockwerk, because Clockwerk is a giant metal owl. So now that we defeated him, we need to go back, and we need to get all the way back to the vault. And I just now remembered what I need to do here. I like how when the lightning gun shots hit the tiles, you can actually get gold coins to come out of them. Anyway, we need to make our way through here again. And going through these stages is kind of fun, and it's a good thing I have that. So that way I don't lose a charm when I fall into a pit. And I thought I was going to get hit there for a minute. Good thing we can avoid getting shot as long as we keep moving here. Alright. We got this platform again. Carmelita still won't leave us alone. Kinda hard to see that ring coming. That hook that you're supposed to latch onto when you have camera angles like that going on. But hopefully, once we get to the end here, we won't have to deal with them for much longer. And I can't believe she is doing this. Okay. We have finally made it to the vault.
Press the circle to enter the vault code. Multiple blood vessels burst in my brain while figuring this out. The code had better be 231.
There's gonna be a reason why we had to wait to get this, I'm sure.
Amazing! Colonel Reed Cooper's time stopper technique. Press the triangle button and execute a flashbang that will stun all guards in the world for a few seconds. I can see how this might be useful and entertaining too.
And with that, we have an overpowered move.
At long last, the Thievius Raccoonus restored to its original state. The first time I held the whole thing under my arm since I was 8 years old. The same weight that all my ancestors had felt beneath their arms as they had passed it on. Although, while other family members may have been great thieves, they all inherited the book. I got a chance to earn it. I had taken down the Fiendish Five, having used the moves my ancestors taught me, and become a master thief along the way. The time had come for me to chronicle my own adventures into the great book. This is gonna be fun.
That will make it easier to explore all the worlds. And this time,
You've done it, Sly! The Thievius Raccoonus is complete! Now, try beating all the Master Thief sprints to unlock the designer's commentary. Once you've unlocked them all, I've got a special behind-the-scenes movie to show you.
this time, we don't have to worry about collecting everything else. We just have the Master Thief sprints to worry about. And we should be at 83%. Just like I expected. So, we may have taken care of the main game. But next time, we're going to have to play through all the stages again, and this time go through them as quickly as possible. So join me next time, where we take on all of the Master's Thief sprints for Chapter 1, Tide of Terror. Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!